Are you thinking of selling your old piece of crap car that runs on gas and destroys the environment and move towards a more eco-friendly option, but are confused about the dangers of owning an electric vehicle? If yes, you're not alone. There are millions of people who feel the same. Almost everyone is familiar with the fire hazards of lithium batteries that are used in phones, computers, and now electric vehicles. Eco-friendly electric vehicles may be the future, but as we all know, with new powers comes new challenges. Okay, I might have tweaked it a bit, but you get my point. In this video, we'll be looking at the risks that come with owning an electric vehicle. Don't go anywhere, because this information might save your life in the future, even if you don't own an EV. We'll start off with the biggest risk factor involved in owning an electric vehicle. These are ample reasons to feel good about electric vehicles, but consumers must consider one thing before they drive off with one: battery safety. You see, when an auto accident occurs, whether big or small, and with or without injuries, it can take several people and agencies to deal with everything from redirecting traffic to dealing with the injured and cleaning up the mess. In a perfect world, those responding are well-trained professionals who know how to handle situations, such as chemical spills from the vehicles and vehicles so damaged that they have to be towed. The lithium-ion batteries in electric cars have introduced a new potential danger that police and fire departments, as well as towing and wrecker services, are now just beginning to grapple with. Lithium-ion batteries, which is a feature of literally every electric car, have several safety concerns. With any nascent technology, it's crucial to research where things stand. Lithium-ion batteries power every electric vehicle on the road, but there are problems with these batteries: overheating and flammability, short lifespans and underperformance, toxicity, and logistics challenges, such as proper disposal and transportation. Lithium-ion batteries, whether they are used in cars or electronic devices, can catch fire if they have been improperly manufactured or damaged, or if the software that operates the battery is not designed correctly. The major weakness of lithium-ion batteries in electric cars is the use of organic liquid electrolytes, which are volatile and flammable when operating at high temperatures. An external force, such as a crash, can lead to chemical leakage. Suppose a lithium-ion battery short circuits, for example, which can happen from causes including a battery cell puncture or heat exposure during a car accident. These batteries can even spontaneously combust because of silicone expansion, dendrite formation, or other reasons. In that case, the battery produces a spontaneous fireball explosion that heats to 1300 degrees Fahrenheit in milliseconds and can be impossible to survive. In April, another deadly lithium-ion battery fire occurred in a Tesla car crash in Houston, Texas. It took firefighters more than 4 hours and 30,000 gallons of water to put out the blaze. It also killed 2 people. Elon Musk was quick to do damage control and say it was the driver's fault, but that's not what we're talking about here. The batteries are highly combustible, so there are some risks that come with owning an EV. Now, that does not mean the cons outweigh the pros. Research by a firm, Auto Insurance EZ, says battery electric vehicles have just a 0.03% chance of igniting, compared to internal combustion engines vehicles' 1.5% chance. According to their study, hybrid electrics, which have both a high-voltage battery and an internal combustion engine, have a 3.4% likelihood of vehicle fires. However, when fires do occur, electric vehicles with lithium-ion batteries burn hotter, faster, and require far more water to reach final extinguishment, Sutcliffe says, and the batteries can reignite hours or even days after the fire is initially controlled, leaving salvage yards, repair shops, and others at risk. Manufacturers have also happily shared the environmental and cost benefits of electric vehicles. However, they rarely, if ever, share the potential downsides. The electronics industry has long known about the potential risks of the flammable formulas in lithium-ion batteries, but hasn't disclosed them to consumers unless pressured. Other consumer electronics, such as hoverboards, hotspot devices, and even e-cigarettes, face the same risks as lithium-ion batteries. The sheer volume of cases has led to an enormous number of lawsuits and antitrust suits against manufacturers. There's another lesser-known danger when it comes to electric vehicles. We as humans are used to the fact that cars make noise. However, unlike vehicles with combustion engines, EVs are extremely quiet during operation and are less likely to be heard by pedestrians, bicyclists, and the visually impaired. That results in more accidents because the other person doesn't see or hear the car coming. To tackle this problem, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration now requires EVs to be equipped with a warning sound. With this standard, these cars will emit some type of sound when traveling under 20 miles per hour. This rule was put in place because of data showing a 20% greater likelihood of pedestrian-related collisions. Another risk that comes with an advanced electric vehicle is the autopilot feature, which is ironically the most sought after and advanced feature in cars these days. However, the most dangerous thing about autopilot in cars is that it's called autopilot. With a name like that, is it any wonder that Tesla drivers might assume that the semi-autonomous driving system can just take over? It is called autopilot after all. It invites the driver to take their feet off the pedals and hands from the steering wheel for long stretches of highway travel. The name says essentially, we've got this, doesn't it? On the contrary, the Tesla Model S owner's manual says quite the opposite, and it's littered with red triangles that have exclamation points. Reading through it provides valuable and possibly life-saving insight into the limits of Tesla's so-called autopilot system. The manual warns the driver never to take their hands off the steering wheel and the feet of the paddles. However, the internet is filled with videos of people sleeping in their Teslas as the car drives them to their office. A few extra minutes of shut-eye is good, but not when it can put you in a life-threatening situation. The main problem is, again, with the names such as autopilot in self-driving vehicles. People just assume the car can drive itself. Believe us, that's not the case. Autopilot and full self-driving are not yet capable of safely controlling electric cars in all normal driving circumstances. However, many drivers have been driving hands-free just because it seems cool, and it has led to many accidents over the years. Treating electric cars as autonomous vehicles can be dangerous to everyone on the road. So, if you're thinking of owning an electric vehicle with the feature of autopilot so you can get a few minutes of extra sleep, you're better off driving a stick. While all these things are worth considering, consumers are not totally at the mercy of automakers. There are many things they can do before and after an electric vehicle purchase, and safety practices that can help mitigate risks. Knowing how to keep your lithium-ion batteries safe is a big plus. There are a few simple steps each consumer should take. Users should not keep batteries in very hot vehicles. It's also crucial that users not overcharge batteries. When you do this repeatedly, it can damage the battery, which increases the risk of explosion. Users should avoid fast charging. It's not an iPhone. Fast charging can destabilize the battery. If exposed to any amount of water, including moisture in the air, the lithium begins to react and get hot. At a hot enough temperature, the lithium will ignite and burn. So it's a good practice to keep a good lookout at the temperature of the battery and keep it away from water. There's a tremendous desire to jump in and purchase an electric car. Everyone wants to do their part for the greater good of the environment. Aside from that, many new electric vehicles are beautifully designed, such as Porsche Taycan, Lightyear One, Tesla Roadster, and Polestar. Discretion and patience are warranted, but doing a little research and learning about your likely purchase will keep you safe on the road. That's it for today, folks. We hope you learned something new today. Would you trade your vehicle for an electric one? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.